Right here, I'm in headquarters, however you want your grips, okay? So I kind of look at it like this. I know I always need to get the lapel grip and it has to always be on the inside. And when I grab that grip, I'm ensuring that I'm not just holding it here with a loose arm and he can swim his leg in for a lasso. Let's just say though he does get his arm in, or sorry, his leg in for the lasso, you immediately can stop that by coming back in here. So that's why I'm grabbing this grip, I'm curling my arm and creating a tight frame between my forearm and my thigh. So now if he does try to lasso, it's harder and I can hold him down, okay? So I'm grabbing the grip, right away, I'm going to be cutting behind his or behind my hand over his shin, and immediately as I'm turning in here, I'm driving in, and we're gonna go for a leg drag. Now the problem with leg drag a lot of the time, it's actually quite hard to get your knee to the mat. If he starts to resist, and especially if someone's stronger than you, he can push me back. So what I'm gonna do is once my knee is exposed and I'm pulling myself through, I like to post and push myself through this position. Anytime you guys get to leg drag and you're here, you can't have your head on the same side. Not as only is it awkward, I can't pin his shoulder. He can use this shoulder to start to drive my head away and maybe get his guard out and start to square up. So as soon as I land here and I have the lapel and I'm holding myself across, I then also cut underneath his head and I pop this arm across his neck. So now I'm pinning him. Most people at this point somehow try to fiddle with the knee, so they start to push back. When they're doing that, I'll just simply roll my hips with a back step. Okay, so I'm flattening his leg out, and then I'll square up my arm to his hip, and I bring my knee to my hand. So when he tries to re-guard, I can just follow him. I'm hitting, applying pressure, but more than anything, I'm able to walk on my feet and watch his legs. Okay, so one more time. You guys are gonna walk in the same position. So we're here, we're in the headquarters. Immediately, my leg comes up. I have to disconnect this leg behind my thigh. So I cut, I drive through. As I'm here, I'm pulling, but I may meet resistance. So I'm using my hand on the mat to drive and get momentum. Once I'm here, let's say he starts to frame. He may be able to push me away and I can't put my pressure on him. So I'll push back and then disconnect. Then from here, I'll drive my arm under his shoulder, pinning him. If I'm unable to go completely for the pass and he starts to push back on my hips, I just roll, back step, and walk the hip, and then pin my partner. Okay, last time. So we're gonna walk into headquarters. I'm here, we cut, we pull through. I use my hands to drive into this position. He starts to frame. I drive his arm across, now applying shoulder pressure, and I have my post. He starts to push my right leg back, I roll my hips, then I block his hips, and we